Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. So such friends, I'll highly suggest you to watch our video, as they will be very beneficial for you in the long term.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 11th of Feb. The session will be very interesting, so do pay attention till the end. Also friends, yesterday I gave you some homework questions. Here Deepak Yadav has given all the correct answers, so congratulations Deepak, and you can match your answer from this particular slide. Let's move on now. First question is, Antyodaya survey was launched by whom? Tell me. What is Antyodaya survey and it was launched by whom? We can also say it as Mission Antyodaya Survey, that is your MAS. So remember, recently it was launched by central government, or if the name of the person is asked, then remember he will be Giriraj Singh, who is our Union Minister for Rural Development. Alright, so this central government has launched this MAS, that is your Mission Antyodaya Survey. Alright, it is an annual survey at the Gram Panchayat level to monitor the progress in the development process in rural areas. That is, in order to monitor the development process in rural areas, this particular MAS, Mission Antyodaya Survey, was launched. Alright, highly important. If we talk about it, Union Minister Giriraj Singh, who comes under the Ministry of Rural Development, inaugurated Mission Antyodaya Survey MAS, including the launching of its portal and a mobile application at a function in New Delhi. So that means a website as well as a mobile application was also launched for this Mission Antyodaya Survey, that is for 2020 to 2023. And the reason why this was launched, in order to monitor the progress in the development of rural areas. Alright, here it ranks panchayat based on the data of collected through the surveys, and make the gap report, which is important input for the Gram Panchayat development program. Also, this will be conducted in almost 2,70,000 panchayats, and these will be giving a data based on the result, that what is the level of progress in those particular panchayats or in those particular districts. Alright, highly important friends, mark this, that this Mission Antyodaya Survey was launched by whom? It was launched by Giriraj Singh, who is our Union Minister for Rural Development, and this Mission Antyodaya. For this, a website and a mobile application was also launched, and this survey is basically to tell about the progress in the rural areas, or we can say the progress in the particular panchayats, and almost 2,70,000 panchayats will be covered under this survey. Moving on, digital payments was launched by which ministry? I repeat, it is saying that digital payment Utsav was launched by which ministry? So remember, recently Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology, that is Ministry of Electronics and IT, that have launched this digital payment Utsav. First of all, remember, we will be talking about NPCI, that is your National Payment Corporation of India. Why it is important? It was incorporated in 2016, and it is the one of the organization that has taken UPI to a new heights, that is your Unified Payment Interface. Now, UPI of India is being used in more than 10 plus countries all around the world, and it is one of a significant step taken by India so that our UPI can be used all around the world. And with the help of UPI, we have seen that the number of transactions in India has significantly risen. If we talk about it, Digital Payment Utsav, this campaign is a part of G20 Digital Economy Working Group event, and it aims to highlight India's path towards digital transformation. It will take place from 9th of Feb in 2023 to 9th of October 2023 through a number of initiatives and events. Alright, and remember, NPCI is mandated to take lead in the development of digital credit system, which will be fully implemented in 2023. Now, UPI 123 Pay is now accessible in more than 20 regional languages through a collaboration between UPI and National Language Translation Mission, that is Mission Bhashini. Mission Bhashini. What is this Mission Bhashini? It is a national level translation mission that one language can be translated into another. National level translation mission. Alright, so coming back, remember Digital Payment Utsav, it was launched by whom? It was launched by Ashwini Vaishnav, who is our Union Minister for Electronics and Information and Technology. And this Digital Payment Utsav is basically, this is a campaign that is a part of G20 Digital Economy Working Group. Alright, and here it aims is to highlight the India's path towards digital transformation. And we know that India has in the last few years has taken this UPI to a new heights, and we are seeing that maximum number of transactions that are being carried all around the world are from India itself with the help of UPI. UPI has made everything easier, as if there are two mobile phones, then transfer of money from, if you have say A and B, and both of these mobile numbers are linked to their bank account, then A will be able to easily send money to B just by scanning the QR code, and similarly B will be also able to send money to A easily just by scanning the QR code provided by the A phone. Alright, and this has made the payment system very easy, transactions very easy. Now you will be able to see these QR codes are on each and every shop nowadays. Moving on, next, government has approved the commercial use of which fertilizer? Tell me. Recently, Government of India has approved the use of which fertilizer, or to be precise, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has approved the commercial release or use of which fertilizer, or it is of Nano DAP. I repeat, Nano Diammonium Phosphate. Alright, so recently government has approved the commercial release or use of Nano DAP, that is your Nano Diammonium Phosphate, and which is intended to minimize the fertilizer subsidy and import dependence. As we know, Ukraine and Russia, they used to import heavy urea DAP to all around the world, and these are used in agriculture sector so that our plants, our crops can get the nutrient. But because of the war, it was stopped. Even India went to a G2G agreement with Nepal in order to procure urea. All right, and now Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has approved the commercial release of Nano Ammonium Diphosphate, which intends to minimize the fertilizer subsidy and import dependence. All right, highly important, take a note of it. India imports roughly 25% of its annual urea consumption, while more than half of the nation's DAP supplies come from West Asia and Jordan. And Jordan. All right. Apart from this, imports contribute for nearly one third of the total domestic soil nutrient usage, while which is estimated to be around 60 million tons per year. Currently, one bag of conventional DAP will cost around 1350 rupees, while a bag will cost around 4000 rupees. All right. Also, the government of India's fertilizer subsidy could be significantly reduced over the next few years if nano urea and nano DAP are widely used. Nano urea has an efficiency of more than 80%, whereas the conventional urea has an efficiency of just 40%. As the use of nano urea also increases by 3 to 16% in yield. So coming back, friends, this nano DAP, that is your nano diammonium phosphate, the commercial release for this nano DAP has been approved by which ministry? It is your Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. And remember, the nano DAP will be manufactured by Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative, that is IFCO, and Coromandel International. So this point is really important. Moving on. Next, GAIL. GAIL India Limited became India's first oil gas PSU to sign advanced pricing agreement with CBDT. I repeat, it is your GAIL India Limited that has entered into a advanced price agreement with Central Board Direct Taxes for determining the transfer price margin payable on its long-term LNG sourcing contract from USA for 5 years. And LNG is your liquefied natural gas, and it has been for with USA, the sourcing contract from USA for 5 years. Then remember, GAIL became India's first oil and gas public sector undertaking to successfully secure the APA, that is your advanced pricing agreement. So remember, it is India's company GAIL that has entered into a advanced pricing agreement with CBDT for determining the transfer price margin payable on its long term liquefied natural gas sourcing contract from USA, and these are for 5 years. If we talk about this agreement, the APA scheme was launched in 2022 to enhance the government's goal of promoting non-adversarial tax system and improving the ease of doing business in India. APA program, that is your advanced pricing agreement programs, are operational in a number of countries like Canada, US, Japan and UK for almost 30 years, and they will provide certainty to taxpayers in respect of transfer price of the cross-border transactions undertaken by such taxpayers with their group entities. What are the advantages here? In case of cross-border transaction, multinational enterprises are facing numerous tax disputes on the issue of transfer pricing, and the APA will resolve the transfer price issue in advance before the cross-border related party transaction actually takes place. Next is lithium reserves are found in India for the first time. And where are these lithium reserves found? They are found in Jammu and Kashmir. Why lithium is very important for India? Lithium has been used to make electric vehicle batteries. All right, or you can say to make batteries, lithium is now used. If you have heard the term lithium ion battery, all right, it is one of the most promising battery of the future now, and everybody wants to get a hold of the lithium. And remember, that is the reason why most of the countries are fighting today, because lithium is the one of the materials that will be required in heavy quantities in future. As we know, we are shifting to electric vehicles, we are shifting to electric scooters. All of the transport industry is now aiming to shift it to the electric. All right, and in order for that reason only, we will be seeing a high demand of batteries. And if we are talking about batteries, then one of the material that is used in making a battery is your lithium, and that is the reason this sources or these reserves that we have found in Jammu and Kashmir for the first time has made India a or has given India a very good advantage in the international politics. So correct option here becomes option 1. If we talk about it, GSI, that is your Geological Survey of India, an attached office to Ministry of Mines, has discovered lithium resources for the first time in India. A 5.9 million tons of lithium inferred resources have been established at the Reasi district of the UT Jammu and Kashmir. Alright, highly important, take a note of it. And if we talk about lithium, lithium is used in our laptops, in our mobile phones, they are used in our smartwatches, they are used in our TVs. Alright, any of the material that is using a rechargeable electric vehicle, rechargeable battery, in that we will be using lithium, and it is a non-ferrous metal. It is also used in some non-rechargeable batteries like clocks, toys, and heart pace makers also. Then if we talk about GSI, that is your Geological Survey of India, who is the Director General here? S. Raju. If we talk about the headquarter, where is the headquarter located? It is in Kolkata, West Bengal. And when was this established? It was in 1851 that Geological Survey of India was established. So the important term that you need to remember is of lithium. And where was lithium found? It was found in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Next is recently under the Quality Council of India, the National Accreditation System of India was launched. What is the rank of India's accreditation system? India's accreditation system was ranked 5th globally. Alright, I repeat, National Accreditation System of India under the Quality Council of India was ranked 5th globally in the Global Quality Infrastructure Index 2021. I repeat, in the Global Quality Infrastructure Index for 2021, what was the rank of India's accreditation system? India's accreditation system was ranked 5th. Alright, highly important. And this data that is of GQII, that is your Global Quality Infrastructure, this was of top 10 unchanged from the world, and in this only rank of India was 5th. Then what is this basically data talking about? What is this accreditation system? What is this India's accreditation system was ranked 5th? What it is all about? Let's talk about it. The National Accreditation System, as per the international standard in India, is established by Quality Control of India. Alright, Quality Control Infrastructure. What is this Quality Control of India or Quality Control Infrastructure? What is this quality control we are talking about? Alright, see, every industry has some standards that they have to match. Alright, say for example, if we are talking about food industry, the food that or the restaurant industry, then in that restaurant the food that you have to provide to the customers should be good food. It should not be rotten, it should not be a damaged food, it should not be eaten by any other animal. All right, it should be a good quality of food. Proper hygiene should be maintained while making the food. All right, the place where in hotels the customers will be sitting, it should be of good quality. All right, hygiene, cleanliness, everything should be maintained. Similarly, these are the things accreditation that a system has to maintain in order to check quality control. So basically we can say accreditation system is basically, it is a system to provide a quality control. Quality control. That means whatever the things, service or products we are delivering, it should be of good quality. It should be of acceptable levels of quality. So similarly, in this national accreditation system of India under Quality Council of India, the rank of India's accreditation system was 5th. All right, highly important. Then who was on the top position? First was Germany, second USA, third China, and fifth is your India. Here you can see what is GQII. We just saw GQII index is a pioneer in measuring the development status and dynamics of quality index worldwide. The GQII ranks 184 countries according to the relative development of their quality. A formula calculates a score for each country based on the position in the sub ranking for meteorology standards and accreditation, that are the three QI pillars. A country that ranks first in all the areas would score 1 in the GQII, and the top country is Germany with the first position. Second is USA. Third is China, and India is at the 5th position. Next, Multicap fund was launched by which organization? Recently, tell me which of the following launched a multi-cap fund. It was launched by the Bank of India Investment Managers Private Limited. So remember, it is Bank of India's Investment Managers Private Limited that has launched the Bank of India Multi-Cap Fund. All right, highly important. And it is for the investors to diversify their portfolio across large, mid and small cap market cap industries. All right, here the NFO for the scheme opens for subscription on 10th of February till 24th of February 2023, and the scheme will be managed by Nitin Gosar. Here the main objective to launch this is to generate long-term capital appreciation by investing in equity and equity-related securities across various market capitalization. The multi-cap allocation strategies include a spread of minimum 25% of its total asset each in large, mid and small cap companies, and a minimum investment in the scheme is rupees 5,000. All right, and the scheme will be benchmarked against S&P BSE 500 for first tier. If we talk about Bank of India Investment Managers Private Limited, who is the chief executive officer here? Mohit Bhatia. And where is the headquarter? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So coming back, Bank of India Multi-Cap Fund was launched by Bank of India Investment Managers Private Limited. Next, Asian Development Bank has approved $130 million loan for which sector in Himachal Pradesh? So remember, Asian Development Bank has approved a $130 million loan for horticulture sector in Himachal Pradesh. What is horticulture? Horticulture is related to the practice of growing flowers, fruits and vegetables. So remember, Asian Development Bank has approved $130 million loan for Himachal Pradesh for the horticulture sector. All right, if we talk about it, if we talk about this $130 million, this is roughly 1,072 crore rupees loan has been approved to Himachal Pradesh to boost their agriculture production and promote the horticulture agribusiness in order to increase the farmers' income. All right, also with the help of this, almost 15,000 agriculture households in Bilaspur, Kangra, Mandi, Solan, and these are in Himachal Pradesh, and this will be benefiting these cities and help them to enhance the income of the farmers living there. The project will restore and construct new irrigation facilities and help to improve the farm irrigation and water management of around 6,000 hectares of farmland. Apart from this, it will create new water sources enhance the capacity of water resources department and support the water user association also here. All right, so coming back, remember Asian Development Bank has approved $130 million loan for the horticulture sector of Himachal Pradesh. If we talk about Asian Development Bank, Masasugu Asakawa is the president. In 1966 this was established. 68 members are there in Asian Development Bank and the headquarters is in Manila, Philippines. Next is Karnataka's DCTE and Samsung SSIR has signed a memorandum of understanding to set up artificial intelligence industrial IoT lab in government polytechnics. I repeat, recently DCTE, that is your Department of Collegiate and Technical Education, the government of Karnataka and Samsung Semiconductor India Research. They together they both organization came together and stated that they will be signing a memorandum of understanding for artificial intelligence industrial IoT. IoT is your Internet of Things. When you're using a remote control car, then it is a IoT. If you are using a TV or AC with your mobile phone, it is an IoT, or using a remote with that, it is IoT. All right, that is your Internet of Things. So for the same and incorporating artificial intelligence in the industrial IoT and to teach students about that, in order to help the students learn about these things, about those innovations and this new technology, it was Department of Collegiate and Technical Education along with Samsung Semiconductor India Research, they came together and signed MOU for this artificial intelligence industrial Internet of Things lab. All right, and these labs will be in around 35 government polytechnics across Karnataka. They will be helping them to learn about these new technologies, and these labs contains equipments and innovations that can be used for variety of science, technology, engineering and mathematics. That is your STEM. All right, so basically in various projects these new technologies can be used, and the implementation of these technology into the real world case scenarios will be taught to these students or at these labs who will be working here. All right, so what was it? It was Karnataka government's DCTE and Samsung's SSIR that has signed this MOU for up the AI, that is artificial industrial IoT lab in government polytechnics. The project will cost around 1.52 crore rupees and will also include setting up artificial intelligence lab in the least at least 2 institutions. Next, Pfizer appoints Dash as the additional director and managing director. Pfizer has appointed whom as the additional director and managing director of Pfizer? Tell me, who has been appointed here as the additional director and managing director? She is Meenakshi Nivati. Option 1 is correct. All right. Pfizer Incorporation has appointed Meenakshi Nivati as the additional director and managing director of Pfizer Limited for a period of 5 years. All right. Her term will start from 3rd of April in 2023. Meenakshi Nivati, she will succeed whom? She will be succeeding S. Sridhar. Alright, important. Who she will succeed? She will succeed S. Sridhar. She will be appointed for 5 years from 3rd of April 2023. Alright, Meenakshi Nivati is an experienced business leader with more than 30 years of consulting and leadership experience with top companies including McKinsey Company, Novartis Pharmaceuticals and Stryker Corporation. She has held many general management positions across multiple markets such as Thailand, Spain, India, and she has worked in more than 8 countries, both developed as well as emerging countries. Coming back, Pfizer Limited has appointed whom as their additional director and managing director? Meenakshi Nivati, and she will be replacing Ash Sridhar. Next, CCI has approved for merger and acquisition of various entities as of 9th of February 2023. If we talk about it, that CCI, that is the Competition Commission of India, approved the following acquisitions. Acquisition of 100% equity and preference shares of the Lanco Anpara Private Limited by Megha Engineering and Infrastructure Limited Group. First. Second is internal restructuring involving certain subsidiaries of KMED Private Limited. Third, acquisition of 20% equity share capital of KMED by Shobana Kaimini through Prime Time Logistics Technology Private Limited. These are some three more are there. You can read it from the PDF. Coming back, if we talk about CCI, who is the acting chairperson right now? Sangeeta Verma. When was the CCI established? In 2003. Where is the headquarter? In New Delhi. Apart from this, one more acquisition you can remember that, or not acquisition, just remember Alibaba has sold the entire stake to Paytm and they have left India. Alright, we will be discussing it soon. See, here it is that Alibaba, not Alibag, Alibaba sold their entire stake to which company? So we know Alibaba was a shareholder in Paytm, and what is the name of the parent company of Paytm? It is 197 Communication. So remember, Alibaba has sold their entire stake to Paytm. They have the earlier Alibaba was having 3.1% stake, and now they have sold their entire stake to Paytm. All right, and this 3.16 equity was of around 2.1 crore shares. All right, and they have sold it to Paytm for around 13,600 crore rupees in a block transaction of 197 Communication Limited, that is the parent company of Paytm. Also remember, this is for the second time that Alibaba has sold this stake. Earlier they held 6.26% stake, and in January month also Alibaba sold 3.1% entity equity to the company for around $125 million, and now again they have sold the rest of the equity to the Paytm. Highly important. Also, apart from this, remember this deal also almost completes the Alibaba's exit from India. Earlier, Alibaba has also sold their stake in Zomato and Big Basket respectively. And also those students or people who are following the stock market, they must have seen that the Paytm stock is on the rise from the past few days, and it is daily increasing by few percent. If we talk about Paytm, who is the chief executive officer? Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Where is the headquarter? Noida. And when was this established? In 2010. If we talk about Alibaba, who is the CEO? Daniel Zhang. Where is the headquarter? China. And when was it established? 1999. So here you can see Alibaba Group, that is owned by Jack Ma, sold their entire stake, that is 3.16. Earlier they held 6.26% stake, but in January they sold their 3.1 and were left with 3.16% equity, and now they have also sold their 3.16% equity, that is roughly 2.1 crore shares for around 13,600 crore rupees in a block transaction of One Communication Limited. Next is ISRO has launched 3 satellites from Sriharikota. From which edition of the small satellite launch vehicle? That is, remember, this was the second edition of the small satellite launch vehicle D2. All right, highly important. Earlier we know small satellite launch vehicle was used to launch Azadisat, but it was a failure mission, and now the second edition of this small satellite launch vehicle was launched by ISRO, and here 3 satellites were launched from this Sriharikota Space Center. All right, highly important. Or this was launched from Sriharikota, that is your Satish Dhawan Space Center that is located in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. So question can be asked that small satellite launch vehicle, it was launched by which organization? It was launched by ISRO. Which edition of it was launched? It was second edition. How many satellites were launched from here? 3 satellites were launched here. It was launched from what location? It was launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh. Alright, and it carried 3 satellites. These 3 satellites weighted around 175.2 kg and they were put into the orbit of 450 kilometer circular orbit. Also, you can see the 3 satellites Azadi Sat 2, JNS 1 and ISRO's EOS 7 was also launched here. Then if we talk about ISRO, who is the chairman? S. Somnath, headquarters is in Bangalore, and when was it established? It was in 1969 that ISRO was established. Next is Oscar and Grammy winning American composer Brut Bakashar has recently passed away. Alright, Brut Bakharsh was recently passed away, and he was a Oscar winning composer who recently passed away and who also has won 3 Oscars in 1982, 1970 twice and 8 Grammy awards. He passed away in Los Angeles, California at the age of 94. He was born in Kansas City of USA in 1928. Next we are talking about book. Remember, the name of the book is A Chronicle of Central Command Savdhan. I repeat, A Chronicle of Central Command Savdhan. Recently, Manoj Pandey, who is the Chief of Army Staff, released a book titled A Chronicle of Central Command Savdhan. This book has been authored by Lieutenant General Vivek Kashyap, the Chief of Staff of the Central Command, and Vikram D'Souza in New Delhi. The book was designed and produced by the Times Group, a media company, and the book is a compilation and documentation of the proud heritage and transitions with deep research and creativity. Here the book highlights the Central Command's unique status with army as well as its rules and growing importance over the previous 60 years. So remember, Chief of Army Staff Manoj Pandey released a book that is A Chronicle of Central Command Savdhan, that was authored by Lieutenant General Vivek Kashyap and Vikram D'Souza. Next, when do we observe World Pulses Day? We observe World Pulses Day on 10th of Feb. The theme for this World Pulses Day is Pulses for a Sustainable Future. Pulses for a Sustainable Future. This is the theme for the World Pulses Day. This day is also observed to educate the public about the pulses and the fundamental role they play in the society. Also, if we talk about pulses, they are rich in protein. Alright, they are rich in protein and they are also known as leguminous plants. They help to increase the nitrogen in the soil, and for humans they provide protein. Next here you can see World Pulses Day. Theme is Pulses for a Sustainable Future. Next is your National Deworming Day. When do we observe National Deworming Day? It is observed on 10th of Feb, and this day is observed on 10th of Feb in 2023. National Deworming Day, annually observed across all states and union territories across India on 10th of Feb, with a mop-up day on 15th of Feb, with an aim to eradicate intestinal worm, also referred to as soil transmitted helminthes, among children between age 1 to 19. This National Deworming Day is conducted as a biannual round on 10th of February and 10th of August. So 2 days, remember that National Deworming Day is observed on twice in an year, that is on 10th of August and on 10th of Feb. So these 2 days we observe this day. And here only, so if asked that when is the first round, so first round is in Feb and second round is in August. Next is Pawan Hans has launched multiple helicopter routes in Assam under RCS Udan. What is this RCS? RCS is your regional connectivity scheme. Ude Desh ka Aam Nagrik. So remember, helicopter service provider Pawan Hans Limited, that is a central public sector undertaking that comes under Ministry of Civil Aviation. They have launched their helicopter service on 6 routes in Assam under RCS Udan scheme, that is your regional connectivity scheme. Ude Desh ka Aam Nagrik. The new helicopter service will provide connectivity between Dibrugarh, Zorhat, Tejpur, Guwahati, Tejpur, Zorhat, Guwahati, Dibrugarh. All right. That means from Dibrugarh to Zorhat, Zorhat to Tejpur, Tejpur to Guwahati, and then from Guwahati to Tejpur, Jorhat, and back to Dibrugarh network. All right. So important, mark this, that in Assam, this regional connectivity scheme of Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, for this Pawan Hans Limited has provided a multiple helicopter routes. So that's all for the day for today, friends. Now let's go for a quick revision. MORD, that Ministry of Rural Development Minister Giriraj Singh has launched Mission Antyodaya Survey. Ashwini Vaishnav, they have launched Digital Payments Utsav to promote digital transformation. Government of India has approved commercial release of Nano DAP. GAIL became India's first oil gas PSU to sign advanced pricing agreement with CBDT. Then GSI Geological Survey of India discovered lithium reserve for the first time in India at Jammu and Kashmir. Then remember, India's accreditation system was ranked 5th overall and Germany was on the top position here. Bank of India Multicap Fund launched by Bank of India Investment Managers Private Limited. Asian Development Bank has approved $130 million loan for horticulture sector in Himachal Pradesh. Karnataka's DCTE and Samsung SSIR, they have signed a memorandum of understanding to set up artificial intelligence industrial IoT lab in government polytechnics in order to help people understand the new technology and give them awareness about the same and train about the same technology. Then Pfizer Limited appointed Meenakshi Nivati as additional director and managing director for 5 years. CCI has approved for merger and acquisition of various entities on 9th of Feb. Alibaba has left India and have sold their entire stake, that was 3.16 equity in Paytm. Then ISRO has launched SSLV, the second edition of this small satellite launch vehicle, and it carried 3 satellites into space from Sriharikota at Satish Dhawan Space Center in Andhra Pradesh. Then Oscar and Grammy winning American composer Brute recently passed away. Then General Manoj Pandey has released Times Group book, that is Chronicles of Central Command Savdhan. World Pulses Day on 10th of February, National Deworming Day on 10th of February, and your next comes, and the last one is important, a helicopter service was launched by Pawan Hans, and it is a multiple helicopter routes in Assam. They were launched for people, and this was launched under Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. So that's all for the day, friends. Now it's time for your homework. First, National Research Foundation is an autonomous agency that comes under the aegis of which union ministry? Second, International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation is observed on which day? Third, NISAR. This is an Earth observation satellite jointly developed by ISRO and which other space agency? So these are your 3 homework questions, friends. I hope you have understood the assignment. All you have to do now is like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views on such sessions. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, If you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.